Hi and welcome to Destiny. This came out yesterday on PS3, PS4, Xbox 360 and the Xbox One. It was originally promised on the PC though, but well, that never happened. It is rumoured to maybe happen sometime in next year, but this is Bungie we're talking about because this is a Bungie game, so I believe that one when it happens. This game was a little bit weird when I put it in. I was kind of expecting something completely different, to be honest. I mean, when you start it up, you've got 3 different characters you've got to choose from, and then you've got to set up how they look. The 3 different classes, I mean, there's Titan, Hunter, and Warlock. We couldn't really decide which one to go for to begin with because the Titan smashes the ground and dissolves people. The Gunslinger basically pulls out a flaming pistol. That's just the first abilities, haven't got to the second ones yet. And then you've got the Warlock that I've seen it used, but that first ability seems very weird. Like, ridiculously weird. But I can't really comment on the other 2 because I've only really tried the Titan so far. Thought I'll finish it with one. Having the 3 different classes does mean that you can actually level up each one individually. I'm assuming you can do the story for each one, but it does run on a level system. And then we have the customization for the way they look. You've got male, female. For each one, you've got the humans, Wogan, and the Exo, basically human, alien, and robot. I'm assuming the Expo was a robot. I don't know. That's what we went for anyway, just because it was. We'll just have a quick look through most of the options and just kind of left it on that. You've got different faces you can put on them. You can change the colours of a lot of different things. There is a lot of features on this, which I thought it adds a nice amount of customization, but at the same time, it's just a first-person shooter. You're not really going to see any of this stuff, apart from maybe in cutscenes. So while looking through this, I was thinking to myself, why is this here? Did find out later on though. When you start off, you're basically going to have a rifle, and eventually you'll pick up a shotgun. And the enemies in this, the drones, start off pretty easy, to be honest. And of course you've got the Vandal, and there's captains, and they're the Fallen, which are, from what I can gather so far, basically an evil force that has followed that big white planet thing, which they call the Traveller. Throughout, I'm not really sure if it meant the galaxy or the universe, because from what they were saying in this, it basically travels between 3 planets. And if that's true, how come there was no record of it beforehand? If they had to get the technology to, I think it was at the very beginning, you go to Mars. Well, you don't, you see, somebody else does. They go to Mars and that's the first time they come across it. It's like, well, how did nobody notice this big planet thing sitting on Mars? But it's a game, it's not meant to be realistic. But that big white ball thing, the Traveller, was my desktop for quite a long time actually. It's inactive. This keeps saying it's dead, but I don't know. I haven't actually finished this game yet. And it sacrificed itself in its dying breath to create the Ghost. And the Ghost is basically the AI system that you carry around with you. That little flying orby thing you see all the time. That originates from them, and I did like that, but this is the problem with it is it's going to constantly be compared to Halo because it's made by the same company. After playing this, there isn't really that much Halo in this, apart from the fact that your character is called a Guardian. I don't think it matters which race you actually pick for that, because I've seen lots of different gameplay footage of this and it seems to be roughly the same. But apart from being a guardian who is somebody who is basically going to save the world from an alien invasion, who has an AI system, that's the Ghost. Apart from that, being quite similar to Halo, the rest of it I think is, at least to me anyway, was just because it's a Bungie game, was trying to link the two as much as I could. I mean, every weapon I got, it was like, right, how is this like Halo? And, well, they weren't. I mean, it is still a good game. I do like this game a hell of a lot. It's actually fairly addictive as well. Would have loved to get some of the footage of the multiplayer, but had a bit of a recording hiccup. Fried out my PVR already. Not bad, we only have it for less than a month. So while I'm getting that replaced, I'm basically going to not do a damn thing with this game. I'm lying, I'm going to play the hell out of it. I'll already tell you that in advance. The only bad thing I actually found about this so far is this menu. To try and continue, it's not just a case of press A to continue, you press Y. So you press Y and it flashes, it doesn't do anything. You've got to hold in Y, because I was playing this on the Xbox. I don't have a PlayStation 5. I want a PlayStation so badly. But you have to hold in the Y to continue, and that I thought was a really just weird as hell. The graphics were really nice though. That's the Traveller right there. That's about the same point where this game got really weird, because you basically fly up to the orb, the big floaty thing, and land on a tower. And as soon as you land on the tower, you go into third-person gameplay. And this is where it kind of weirded us out, because it's a Bungie game, it's a first-person shooter that as soon as you go to the tower, turns into a third-person multiplayer game. It's literally, there's lots of people on whichever console you're playing on. There's lots of people from that console also playing with you. And this was the first point I actually managed to experience that, and it was a little bit weird. Because as you're running around, it's literally, you've got other players who can be around, and you've got vendors that sell you stuff. It's not a case of you just go in and you use the same guns constantly. You've got to upgrade the guns, upgrade your armor, and it just threw a little bit of a weird, why have they done this aspect to it? Because it's a first person shooter. It's got, this way around, it has gone very heavily on the customization part of it, because each bit of armor looks different. They've got different costs, different levels, so obviously the higher level you get, the higher the armor is you can fit, the more damage you can take. It just seemed really weird though. I mean, level 20 armor, and I think I'm only a level 2 at this point? Maybe 3. No, 2. I've also got a big gaping hole in my head. But you've got one of these guys at this point anyway. There's lots of them all over the place. The 3 people around this table were for the 3 different classes, and now you can see all the other players. It's just, that threw us off, I will be honest there, having other players there. And then it gets even weirder. I was playing a mission when well, another person kind of joined in there. I'm not talking to them, they're not really talking to me. It was just a case of, while doing this mission, and it happens with a few of them, while doing the mission, other people join in and completely embarrass your aim, because you're still trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Because I tried to avoid anything to do with this game until it actually came out, because I was looking forward to it, but it was just weird seeing another person there that you're basically not playing the game with. because I just didn't expect it, to be honest. The only thing I didn't like is the fact that I was there while this person used the ghost. I still have to deploy my own, even though I was standing closer to it than they were. Which, that was a bit weird. That means if you're playing with a group of friends, each one of you will have to use a terminal, and that can get slightly annoying. One of my biggest complaints early on was this little thing here with the menu system. This is basically your mission select, and this is actually telling me to do a mission that I can't do because it was a level 4 on a different planet. But then you have weird missions kicking around. That one in the middle, Devil's Lair, still haven't done that one because I'm not level 10 yet, unfortunately. But it was just a bit of a weird mission. You see, there it is on the moon. It's a hard mission, level 6, not a 4, and I'm level 3 at this point, so I literally can't do it. So you do have to replay missions a lot of the time, and that can be slightly annoying. And that ship just looks weird. I do still really like the graphics on this. I mean, the surroundings are really nice, and the enemies are really well animated. And this is about the same time that my power went off, and I panicked because the Xbox I'm using isn't mine, and the power tripped. Right about, where is it? I'll go blue. There it is. What I did like about this was the vehicles. They, at least this one, the Sparrow, this is your base vehicle, and it was a lot of fun to actually use. The air brake was a bit weird, and I don't really see the point in it. But whatever you do, don't do what I just did there. Let them all shoot you in the butt, because as you can see, the vehicle is now on fire. Because this was the first time I used it, and I was just thinking, well, I'll jump on it and just go to where I'm meant to be going. I'm not sure if there's weapons on this vehicle or not, because pretty much after this I stopped using it. That, and I'm supposed to have the upgraded one because I pre-ordered the game, but had a bit of a technical issue. Mainly the shop charged us something like $15 for the code, and I didn't realise until later on, so I didn't use it because I'm trying to get my money back for it. I should really use it and try and get money back, but meh. The big problem for me with this game early on has to be that your first time you go to the tower, you pick up the level 2 weaponry. By the time you are meant to go back there, at least in the storyline, you're something like a level 6. At least I was anyway. But at this point, for an example, this one kind of bugged the hell out of us, because we jump in, we're annihilating these level 4s with a level 2 gun, mainly because we're down. And then this guy kind of snuck in behind. I knew he was here somewhere, but just annihilated us. I like the way the ghost's just sitting there and he's trying to fight it. The captain is trying to attack the ghost. And the worst thing possibly has to be the areas like what we're about to hit. They're called no respawn areas, and basically your health bar will, well, you can't really miss it, because when you get into that area, that happens. So you know when you've done that. But once that happens, you can leave the area and you still can't respawn until you've basically completed the mission that's within there. Which I found out when I had to leave this mission, and I ran outside and the respawn thing didn't come back up. I used the grenade to early as well. So. But anyway, I am completely enjoying this game. I just wish I could. I was planning on live streaming this a hell of a lot over the weekend, but that's probably not going to happen. But I guess for me alone, recording device. I know it's called a PPR. I've got a decent one, but it's just the place I bought it from. I've got to send it back and then wait for them to receive it and sends out a new one. I love this shotgun. I have no idea where the hell I got it from, but I'm still using it as a level 6. It doesn't kill them as easily anymore. I wish it did. Because this thing has saved our life quite a few times when it comes to boss missions. Once you break the shield, that is. And oh no, you'll be dead. Go on, do it. Do it. Or do I die? Oh, my man. Anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.